Welcome everybody back to Rob's MetalWorks. Yes, we are finally here. The much anticipated date here in Fort Worth for the CD release party. Brings me great pleasure to welcome the guys in Warbeast. I have with me the man, Bruce Corbett, Casey Yore, Scott Shelby. Gentlemen, welcome to the program. It's my distinct honor to be in your homeland doing this interview.
That's awesome. Man, it's good to have you here, man.
Yeah, good to have you here, man.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks for making the trip, my friend. I know you go way back with us, so it's cool you're here for our big night tonight, man.
I didn't want to miss it, and people were like, Rob, you're really going to go all the way to Fort Worth? And I said, yes, man. I said, I dig this CD. I love what these guys are doing. I was really excited when the split came out that Housecore Records did. You guys did the split with Phil. Talk a little. Let's jump back before we talk about the release of the disc that just happened recently. A little bit about your feelings on the split. What was the reception when people first heard the new stuff? Because I really feel this is a new era for the band.
Yeah, I agree. And well, we've been playing those songs for a couple years live anyway, and people already were, telling us they loved them. We couldn't wait to get it. So the reactions, the reviews were so overwhelmingly good that we weren't used to getting good reviews like that, So it's been nothing but great, of course, being with Phil. People wanted his new material. So like he said, they're going to have to get you guys songs too, So that was part of it, but it's been good for us, man, really.
The mastermind, Phil Anselmo, has also really been working hard on the back end to promote Warbeast, and I think, a lot of people don't realize that you guys go way back and are really kind of see like, learning about the history of Warbeast. So Scott, if you could just share a little bit about the history for some of those people who don't know about the longevity of the band.
Well, of course, these two guys from Rigor Mortis, me from Gamma Side and Phil from Pantera, we all go back to that era, and so that's how we all know each other. And, me and Bruce started this band and made a demo. Phil heard it, and and the rest is kind of history. He took us, under his label, and went and recorded the first album, and got to Phil out, and he kind of helped us with the songs, and mold them. He gave us his input with our input, and that really worked out. And then, of course, recording the split, we matured a little bit, a few member changes, and definitely the song was going into the direction that we were wanting to more head. And of course the new album was this magnificent event, I felt, with Phil. We really all just got together, and he put his input, and Bruce and I put out the album that we've been wanting to do for a long time.
And I mean, musically, the album is really kind of like thrashy, but it's Dallas Fort Worth thrash. Yeah. It's not thrash that in general terms speaking, and that's what I really like about it. And you were kind of at the heart of that. Talk a little bit about riff wise, kind of what you were wanting to deliver. What is Warbeast kind of all about within that thrash genre?
Well, we're about writing quality thrash songs, and personally, I kind of took the reins. Rick Perry and I wrote the first record, but since then I've kind of taken charge, and I like to put groove and, of course, hardcore thrash into it, and just great riffs. I want every note to count, and I want to play it live as it is on the record. So what you hear on the record, you will hear live, and that's kind of some big important parts to me, and I just let the wheel flow coming out of my metal veins from all the years of.
Look at this guy.
I thought I was a UFC interviewer this evening.
20 years of Slayer and everything that we all love.
It's because he carries all the equipment.
And, I just kind of let all that come out and just do what I wanted to do. And of course, I asked my peers, do you like this or that? I, have some people that help me. And I just, I listen to them. Some say, no, that riff's gay, or they say that's good, but I just kind of take that and I just say, well, I'm going to do it anyway if I believe in it.
Right.
And it just seemed to work out, and we're very, very proud of this new record.
Well, I will say, on camera, many people out there who watch our program around the world have seen the interview that we did with Phil a few months ago, and he and Dime are big fans of Scott Shelby. back in the day. So, I mean, you've always delivered quality riffs. And I also want to give huge props because I think, Bruce, of course, this recording is a lot more modern than the recordings that you've done in the past with Rigor Mortis. And I will say, on camera that I think this record really accentuates your own voice. I mean, you have like one of the most distinctive metal voices out there. I hear somebody say, that's Bruce Corbett right off the bat. So, I mean, much props to that. And how much really work did Phil put in with you on the vocal side?
Oh, man, me and Phil are a great team when it comes to working on the vocals together. And it started on Crush the Enemy, of course. And, Phil's always had so much more experience than me, so I went into it like I'm ready to learn from, someone that knows what he's doing, someone I look up to, and plus a good friend of mine. He makes me feel really comfortable. So Phil helped me out, taught me so much, and I've just adapted and went from there, I mean, what I was proud of on this album, on past albums with Rigor and Warbeast, I was really slow at writing lyrics, so I needed help sometimes, and I let other guys write. But with this album, I was like, man, you know what? I want to do all the lyrics. So I luckily had enough time to do that and buckled down. And just like with Scott with his writing, I pushed myself to reach new levels that I'd never been able to do before. So that means a lot to me that this time, I pretty much did all the lyrics, so it's cool. And then just, like I said, my voice has just developed over the years. I mean, if you listen to that first Rigor Mortis album, people still say they like it, but it's just so much different than my voice sounds now,
Right.
They're both good, but I like to be comprehensible, as you know, where you can understand what I'm saying.
Right.
And I do try to sound unique and different.
Corbett snarl you got.
Right, yeah.
Roar that you got.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, that's a compliment right there for when I hear that is, I never did try to sound like anyone else. So.
That's all my crew and I were talking about on the ride up here. We were listening to the CD. Most of the way, we were like, damn, man, this fucking CD sounds fat on the stereo. So recording at the Nosferatu Lair was cool. And also, we were especially excited because this man now is part of the fold, playing bass. Casey, I think it was really a no-brainer. People were really pleasantly kind of surprised, and it's like, oh yes, Casey's jamming with the band now. Is it tonight? Correct me if I'm wrong. Will be your first official gig with the band?
Yeah. I've been practicing for, I guess, just a little over a month, learning all the songs, and it's a lot to digest, man. This guy writes it's a lot more of this than this. With Rigor, it was like trying to keep up with Mike this way, and it was like trying to keep up with him this way. So it's very cool, man. I really I like all the stuff. I really do. And I mean, we're like having to cut a couple songs for the Guar set list, and I'm like, but this one, but that one, but it's hard to do because they're all really good songs. And yeah, I mean, it's it's one of those weird things. It's like months and months and months ago, I remember they were kind of having some issues with the bass player, maybe not being able to go on tour, and the thought crossed my mind. I was just like, wouldn't that be funny, if at some point. And then when Bruce called me, it was almost like, like it was meant to be.
Right.
And I've had this weird feeling, since I joined. I just keep imagining Mike going, of course you are.
Yeah.
Of course you're playing with those guys. What the fuck? Why not?
You guys are like family up here.
Yeah. I mean, we've known each other forever, and it's cool. I mean, it's, so all of a sudden I don't have a gig. I get offered a gig with like the best metal band in fucking Dallas Fort Worth. Of course I'm going to fucking jump at that. So I'm having a blast. I'm stoked. We're going to go out with my Guar buddies, and, I'm going to make sure we get twice as much alcohol as they think we're going to get. And,
I've been telling everybody, I think that Destroy, even though, we're through the first quarter of 2013, that this could actually be the record of the year. I actually feel that.
Well, man, that's a hell of a compliment from you, Rob. I mean,
I listen to it all, and I love it, man.
Well, but it's still it's just now, April? So we got, got a lot.
Grammy, please.
Do it quick before somebody else writes something.
The CD came out, this past week. It's gotten great reviews. Of course, you're going to get some sparse reviews, but I think the sales do the talking out in the public. You guys had your top 15 in the Amazon downloads this past week, so a lot, and on iTunes, so people are buying it, man.
And the good thing is that actually iTunes over there in France made a mistake and released it the day before, and then all those illegal download sites got a hold of it. The day before the release, we found 80 sites that already had it leaked out there. So we were freaking, and then it still got in the top 15. So
Pirates. We take them down, brother. Believe it. Bruce is all over him. Housecar has a lawyer. We do our best to, you know, kind of put the fire out. But on the other note, it does show there's a lot of interest in the band as the sales do. Right. I mean, the Pirates are jumping all over it before it comes out. So, you know, that's the modern time, the unfortunate thing in modern times. But, you know, there's been a lot of interest, and so, you know.
Yeah, you know, in the end, as long as people are into it and listening to it, I mean, it sucks that, you know, right away before it even comes out, you know, that's going to steal from some sales. But at least people are, you know, 80 sites are illegally downloading it. That's kind of shitty in a cool way. That's like people bootlegging your shirts or bootlegging your CDs. It sucks, but at least there's interest, you know. Then you go out on the road and you sell a million T-shirts and tickets and T-shirts.
It'll come back to you because now they're going to show up early on the Gore tour to check you guys out, you know, and buy a shirt and support the band. So, I mean, what can you do in this day and age?
Record.
The next one,
that's going to be,
which will have Casey Orr on it, and I vow, mark my word, it's going to top Destroy. I just know, you know, that we've found ourselves now, so I know we can keep progressing at this point, you know. There's no stalemate coming on.
And for all you people out there who don't yet have it, the new Warbeast is called Destroy. It's out there right now. Go out there and pick it up. Like Bruce said, on Amazon, on iTunes. Go to the show and pick one up. I just got my hard copy. I have the soft copy, but I want something in my hands. I want to go through the sleeve and check out the cool artwork and all that stuff. So remember, people, go out there and get it right now. Let's talk a little bit about what's going to be happening for the band. Tonight is the CD release party. We're really excited to be here. There's people already through the door. I mean, it's like 8 o'clock. It's early. So, what are people going to see tonight, Bruce?
We're going to almost play the entire new album in its entirety, and then 2 songs we've never even played live before. Wow. And then we got some great friends of ours playing tonight. Actually, one of Phil Anselmo's new signings, his newest band, Hymns, is coming from Arkansas to make their debut here in Texas. So that's really special for us. Our label mates are here and supporting us, and we're helping them out at the same time. Great friends playing Primordius and Rabid Flesh Eaters. They've always been really good bands, and I mean, it's just going to be, you know, it's celebration time. This is what it's all about.
The party's already getting started.
Come out like a machine, because you know, since Casey joined, you know, we did some of the string and you know, training, showing them the riffs. But once we started getting in gear and started, you know, sinking in, and we did some brutal practice this past week. And I'm telling you, it sounds good. It sounds like a machine. It's tight. It's ferocious, you know, and I plan on the show being that. You know, there's going to be some nosebleeds, some people getting thrown out, you know, and, you know, and we're going to be tearing it up. I already know.
I have my favorite songs. I'll tell you right now on camera, my favorite song is Nobody. That's my favorite track. also love the egotistical song. So, and I saw a post that you did, Bruce, about a week ago. You said this song goes out to every musician except Mike Scoscia.
Well, yeah, and I mean, we all know people like that, so it was easy to write about. And the funny thing is, you know, obviously I have been at all the shows saying that it's to every musician but Mike, and that's just because he was such a humble, great guy. But the funny part about that song, when I wrote the lyrics and I was sending them to Phil so he could kind of get an idea before we went in, he answered me back. He goes, "Hey, is this song about me?" Then I told Scott and the other guys that I was doing this, and they go, "Is this song about me?" And then so I was like, that's where it got to be like, well, it's obviously dedicated to all musicians, you know. So
keep it intact.
But Mike Scoscia, of course, and these guys know him way better than I do. But that guy, you know, is a legendary guitar player. I mean, I've always said that he's one of a kind. There's nobody like Mike Scoscia. There never has been, never will be. But being that way, the guy, you know, never, you know, he was very humble, and he didn't think of himself as a rock god. You know, he just said, "I'm just a musician," you know, and so that's really cool that, you know, Bruce dedicates that to him, and you know, and we play here and honor him tonight.
Cool. Yeah, you know, always. Mike. Most people don't know shit. You know, I didn't even know half this stuff, but he would tell me, "Yeah, man, you know, at one point I was approached by somebody from Motley Crue. They wanted him to audition, and he went, psh, like that, you know, because that not Mike, you know. I mean, that would have been a career gig, you know. He would have been a millionaire, but he just was like, I'm not Motley Crue, you know. And I think Korn, you know, he was friends with those guys, and they asked him if he wanted to audition. He was just like, it's just not. It wasn't him, you know. So he could have taken the money, you know, and done these gigs, but it wasn't him. It wasn't his style of playing, and he just stuck to his guns and did his thing, you know, and that's, you know, I mean, I don't know if I would have made that decision. I might have said, "Look, see ya. Pay off all my bills, shit."
Exactly. You know, and Mike was a big influence on me. A lot of my influences are local guys. Walter from Rotting Corpse, Mike from Rigger, you know, Daryl from Pantera, Darren Kovacic from Hammerwich. I mean, that's I've learned a lot from this local guys, as well as the legends, Sabbath, Slayer, and everything that we've all been into forever.
There's a great gene pool here in Texas.
That's why you say the new album has this DFW, because that's what it is. It is the blood of DFW. I mean, and the influences come from all of our peers here in DFW.
It's you know, and that's one of the reasons I was excited to come up here, because I was telling my guys, I said, you know, I've only been actually part and seen and intermixed with the Dallas-Fort Worth metal scene like once before. I said, and that was many years ago. So we're excited to see and kind of be part of, you know, the brotherhood of the metal scene here tonight. So as we talk about the show tonight and looking ahead, I know you guys are going to jump right into it and get busy. There's been already a lot of buzz about your upcoming tour with Gore. We talked about a little while ago. So talk a little bit, Bruce, about those dates, and if you have any other plans maybe that you can share later on for the summer.
Yeah, we go out. We're leaving Tuesday morning. The tour starts Wednesday, April 10th, and runs through like the 25th, and then we added a show at the end of the tour in New Orleans where we get to stop by and hang out with Phil and Kate and celebrate with them, because they couldn't be here tonight. Love you guys, Phil and Kate, House Core. But we'll see them soon. And then after that, we're playing on the Mike Scoscia tribute show on June 14th. That's a big thing. And then we are gonna. This is exciting for all of us. Is Phil got us on the Metal Masters 5 this year, which is going to be in September on Long Island, New York. And I mean, there we are, you know, getting to open up for all them dudes from Slayer and, you know, Anthrax and legends that, you know, it's from our era that we were definitely a part of, but mainly we were influenced by some of these guys. So what a thrill that's going to be, you know. And, you know, there's so many possible things coming up. What?
For the thrill for them.
For them, yes.
Exactly.
Well, you know what I meant, yeah. After they see us, maybe, but, you know, a little slip up there, but, yeah, it's a thrill for us to be on there.
There you go.
Oh, Oh, now I get it.
That song was about me.
It was, man, and I gotta admit it. Actually, Birth of a Psycho is about me, so.
So, but I'm really excited. I mean, I'm glad that all these things are popping for you guys. I only anticipate, I mean, the CD's been out a week. I imagine as more metal fans, maybe who are not as in tune with what's happening down here in the South, get a hold of it, and people in Europe get a hold of it, that just things are just going to keep rolling and snowballing for you guys. So if that does happen, which I anticipate it will, I mean, do you want to go out there and support this record as long as possible?
Yeah, definitely. We never shy away from any tour practically. We've never turned down anything, and that's all. You know, we plan on just doing as much as we can, as many gigs as we can, and also on that note, we do have a video coming out.
All right. I was going to ask about that.
A special video to me because it's a cherished song of mine. It's one of my masterpieces, Blood Moon on the album. I don't know if you're familiar with, but it's Bruce wrote these lyrics about a werewolf, and then of course the theme just kind of laid itself out. And Mike Warbeast from New Orleans, housecore video guy, whatever, he's directing it, he's creating it. We're just actors and string musicians, but
When will that see the light of day, Scott?
soon.
Monday, man.
Monday.
It premieres Monday in 2 days. Yeah. And
People just find it on YouTube.
he is the werewolf.
Yes, I
saw the picture. I saw the picture that was released with you with all the makeup on.
Yeah, it was really, that was like a
Did you really need that much makeup though?
No,
Probably not. Exactly.
No, she didn't have to work too hard, But yeah, I transformed the werewolf and slaughter a couple of girls, and we shred, and it features Casey Orr in it. So
From here.
yeah, this crotch shots, this is ego part down here. Yeah.
Well, that's great, man. I'm glad that you're going to have something to kind of accommodate the music, because it's really brutal stuff. Anything I missed, guys? Anything else you want to share with the people in Texas and around the world who will see this interview?
I forgot to mention we're playing that Philip Anselmo Horror Fest.
We'll see you in October, because we will be there for the Housecore Horror Film Festival.
With a great lineup of bands too.
Crowbar, I Hate God, down,
Warbeast.
Anselmo and the Illegals making their debut. Yes.
Yeah, one of his first show. Well, I don't know. We don't know. Yeah, first show.
Yeah, let's put him in there. Let's hear him talk about that and confirm it for all the people a little bit earlier than anticipated. Guys, before we end out, also I definitely want the people out there right now, when they finish watching this interview, getting online and finding out more about the band. Where can they best do that at?
Warbeast.org, and then from there you can find our links to our Facebook pages, Reverb Nation, MySpace. No one even goes there anymore, but
Yeah.
But yeah, usually we update our Facebook constantly. So, and then when we're on tours, people will notice we're giving updates what we're doing on the road. But Warbeast.org, always keep up with Warbeast out there.
Cool. Remember, people, go out there and find the band online. Casey, any last words for the people out there, man?
Hey, man, just glad to be here. It's a great band, and I'm privileged to be amongst it.
Like I said, you're looking good, man.
I'm feeling good, baby.
Good. That's great. That's great. As we all get a little older and we have friends and family who pass on, I feel that things like this, interviews like this, shows like this help us to kind of really reflect and relish that we're alive, and that we still do and love heavy metal, and the passion that all that comes along with it. I can imagine it's even tenfold for you guys who are actually up there performing and creating this music for all the people out there, man. So thank you very much for a killer CD. I don't want to take anything away from Destroy, but I know you guys, Scott, you kind of foreshadowed more work coming from the band. We'll come back and support you when that time comes. Any last words, Scott, for the people out there?
It's time to destroy.
How about you, Bruce?
You know damn well nobody fucks with Warbeast.
Love it. Remember, everyone out there, you saw the band right here, only on Rob's MetalWorks.